Stop saying baby or honey. Use these 6 words to win her heart. Modern Stoic. There's a unique strength in the way a woman's expression shifts when she hears words that truly touch her heart. It's not about the tired phrases or the recycled terms of endearment that men often use without thought. It's the kind of words that feel like a soft, unexpected embrace, words that speak to the very core of her soul. Maybe you've called her baby 1,000 times, or whispered honey because you thought it was affectionate. But deep down, you've probably noticed it. Those words no longer carry the same weight. They don't spark that warmth in her chest. They've become just sounds, hollow echoes that no longer connect with her in the way they once did. If you've seen her look away when you say baby, or felt that slight distance grow every time honey leaves your lips, it's not because she's growing cold or unreachable. It's because she longs for something deeper, something that shows you truly see her for who she is. She wants to feel chosen, not just spoken to, and she craves words that feel intentional, not automatic. Today, I want to share with you a new approach, a way to speak to her heart in a manner that transcends the usual terms of endearment. 6 simple words, when said with sincerity, that can break down her walls and remind her that she isn't just any woman to you. She is the woman. Let's discover this new way of truly connecting with her, without the crutch of overused nicknames. You must watch this video until the end, because this video will not disappoint you, especially the last part. 1. I'm proud of you. In the world of relationships, there's one phrase that holds incredible power. I'm proud of you. These 3 simple words carry a weight that transcends any casual compliment or generic praise. When you say this, you're not just acknowledging her success, you're recognizing the entire spectrum of her journey. Whether it's a small achievement or a monumental milestone, this phrase speaks volumes about the depth of your admiration for her as a person. It shows that you don't just love her, you respect and honor the effort she puts into becoming who she is. In today's world, where so many of us focus on outward appearances or shallow assessments of worth, this acknowledgement stands as a reminder that real value lies in persistence, growth, and the work we do behind the scenes. So, stop calling her baby or honey when you want to truly connect. Those words can sometimes feel more like empty labels than meaningful recognition. Instead, let I'm proud of you be your go-to phrase to win her heart. There's immense power in recognizing her journey and the steps she's taken to evolve, to face the struggles, and to keep moving forward, regardless of the challenges she encounters. Each time you say, I'm proud of you, you affirm her strength. You're letting her know that you notice the small victories she achieves daily, not just the grand moments of success. This is the blessing of Stoicism at play. The Stoic mindset teaches that strength is not always in the dramatic moments, but in the quiet perseverance of daily effort. A modern Stoic would understand this completely. To love someone is to value them for who they are, not just what they accomplish. The phrase, I'm proud of you, validates that, giving her the recognition she deserves for being resilient, consistent, and committed to personal growth. Stop for a moment and think about what it means to be proud of someone. It's not just about their accomplishments. It's about the sweat, the tears, the challenges they faced, and the internal battles they fought. When you say you're proud of her, you're telling her that you see everything, the strength, the vulnerability, the persistence. This deep level of appreciation connects you on a level far more profound than any fleeting compliment could. It's the kind of recognition that a modern Stoic would offer, for it honors not just her achievements, but the wisdom and strength behind them. It's a rare thing for a man to truly recognize and articulate this, but when you do, you offer her something invaluable, the feeling that her worth isn't based on external measures, but on the incredible inner work she does every single day. That is the blessing of Stoicism, seeing the power in perseverance and growth. And let's be clear, being proud of her isn't just about big, career-defining moments. It's about the everyday acts of courage that go unnoticed by most. The old Stoic would have understood this perfectly. As Stoic philosophy often calls for recognizing the subtle strength in daily acts of resilience. Whether she's navigating a tough day at work, balancing 100 things at once, or simply being there for you when you need it. These are the moments worth celebrating. I'm proud of you, acknowledges the quiet, consistent effort she pours into her life. It's a direct acknowledgement of her value beyond her successes. It's the recognition that her journey matters. In relationships, authenticity and deep connection are often the foundations of love that last. To genuinely show her that you value her in this way requires more than just superficial gestures. It's about recognizing her growth, her resilience, and her unwavering dedication to becoming the best version of herself. You must never underestimate the power of these words, "I'm proud of you." They carry weight, they carry sincerity, and they carry love that's founded in true respect. By adopting this as a part of your vocabulary, you show that you are not only her partner, but someone who sees her for who she truly is, as a whole person, flaws, strengths, victories, and all. This is where the modern Stoic thrives, by not only recognizing achievements, but honoring the person behind them. 2. You inspire me. Stop using tired words like baby or honey to express affection. You might think they're safe, sweet terms of endearment, but they don't capture the depth of what a woman truly needs to hear. Instead, embrace a phrase with the power to resonate with her on a profound level. You inspire me. It's simple, yet it carries the kind of weight that is often reserved for grand gestures or heroic figures. Most men shy away from saying this, either because they don't fully appreciate the impact of these words, or they mistakenly believe inspiration is something only earned through grand, visible achievements. But this is where they're wrong. Inspiration doesn't have to shout. It often whispers in the quiet, everyday moments, the way she loves unconditionally, forgives selflessly, or persists despite unseen struggles. Telling her, "You inspire me," is far more than a compliment. It is a tribute to the quiet power she holds over your spirit. You honor her presence in your life, recognizing that her influence moves you to be better, to aspire to more. Think about it. How will she react when you say these words? Maybe with a shy smile, maybe with a moment of surprise. Perhaps she'll look away, unsure of how to process the power behind the compliment. Or perhaps her eyes will well with tears because, deep down, she has always wondered whether her presence mattered outside of what she does for everyone else. When you speak those 3 words, you are answering that unspoken question. You are telling her that her very existence, just as she is meaningful, not only to you, but to the world at large, that she is seen, that she is important, and that her life has purpose. This acknowledgement carries weight, especially when we consider how many women carry invisible burdens, the weight of self-doubt, the fear of never being enough, the silent exhaustion of always giving more than they receive. Saying, "You inspire me," is like shining a spotlight on the strength she might not even recognize in herself. You're not just admiring her, you're acknowledging her resilience, her grace, and her tireless ability to keep going, even when no one else is watching. That is the true meaning of respect. It's not just about being physically attracted to her, it's about looking up to her, seeing her as someone who challenges you to grow. And that's a truth that will embed itself in her heart. It stays long after flowers fade or compliments lose their shine. Perhaps you've never considered telling her this, because, like many men, you reserve inspiration for heroes, leaders, or those who achieve monumental success. But inspiration is not about status or accomplishments. It's about impact. It's about how someone's presence in your life has the power to stir something inside you, to light a fire, to make you want to be a better man. Think about the times she showed kindness when it would have been easier to be indifferent, or the moments she stood tall in the face of adversity, teaching you what it means to love without reservation. You might assume she already knows you admire her, but admiration that goes unsaid can start to feel hollow, as though it's just an unspoken expectation. Women long to hear that their significance is not just in what they do, but in who they are. When you say, "You inspire me," You're telling her that she is a beacon in your life, that her spirit ignites your own. It's a declaration that she makes your world better, richer, and more meaningful simply by being in it. These words hold the potential to change how she sees herself, to remind her that her worth doesn't come from her duties, but from her essence. The next time she makes an impact on you, when she does something that moves you deeply, don't let the moment slip by unspoken. Speak your truth. Tell her that she inspires you, because in doing so, you give her a gift no flower or empty compliment can match. "You inspire me" is more than words. It's an affirmation of her strength, her grace, and the power she has to shape your life for the better. And in doing so, you don't just lift her up, you lift both of you. This is the modern Stoic's path, a lesson from the old Stoic way of honouring the people who influence our lives in profound, often quiet ways. You don't lose power by acknowledging her strength, you amplify it. And when you say, "You inspire me," you are fortifying the relationship between you, built on mutual respect and admiration. This simple act honours the blessing of Stoicism by recognising the unseen, the quiet, and the impactful. When you choose these words, you're not just sharing affection, you are expressing deep, profound respect. You are showing her that she matters, more than she might ever believe. If you found this valuable, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom. Comment to remember I honour the impact she has on my life. Let's start a conversation. What's one small way someone has inspired you today? Share your thoughts in the comments. 3. I appreciate you. In the modern world of relationships, where distractions and routine often cloud the true depth of human connection, there is immense power in acknowledging a woman for who she truly is. I appreciate you. These words are simple but profound, carrying a weight that pet names like baby or honey can never achieve. When you say them, you transcend mere affection and speak directly to something she deeply craves recognition. A woman's heart, fragile yet fierce, wants to be seen, not just as an object of affection, but as a unique, irreplaceable person. This is the kind of recognition that goes beyond looks, beyond the superficial gestures, and dives into the essence of her being. By telling her, "I appreciate you," you show her that her presence and her efforts matter, that they do not go unnoticed. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be one." In relationships, this translates to action, to showing appreciation without reservation or hesitation. Life often weighs heavily on women, demanding strength and grace, and it's easy to take their contributions for granted. But the moment you speak those 3 powerful words, you remind her that her efforts, big and small, are seen and valued. This act isn't just an acknowledgement, it's a declaration that she matters in ways that are not always visible on the surface. It is a reminder that love, while necessary, isn't enough if appreciation is absent. Love can become routine, something taken for granted, but appreciation must be voiced. If you don't speak it, it withers. When a woman feels unappreciated, she begins to question whether her efforts are truly valued, whether her loyalty, her tenderness, and her care are simply expected rather than cherished. You, as a man guided by the principles of Stoicism, must understand that showing gratitude is not a weakness, it is a strength. You must become aware of the small, invisible sacrifices she makes, and voice your recognition of them. The Stoic approach isn't about suppressing emotions, but understanding and directing them with purpose. By recognizing and appreciating the woman beside you, you create a sanctuary for her, a space where she can breathe without fear that her goodness will be overlooked. The Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius advised, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By changing how you think and by paying attention to the small gestures she makes, you turn those thoughts into powerful expressions of love and gratitude. When you stop relying on empty phrases and use words that resonate with true value, you strengthen the bond between you. Don't assume that appreciation is understood. A woman's desire for recognition often remains silent, buried beneath the pressures of daily life. Yet this simple phrase can serve as a balm for those quiet struggles. The truth is, women long to know their contributions aren't just expected, but are treasured. When you say, "I appreciate you," it shifts everything. She will no longer feel as though her love is taken for granted. She will feel empowered and seen. Be bold. Express your appreciation, not as a calculated tactic, but as an honest reflection of how you truly see her. Make it a habit, but not a routine. Speak it with conviction, with authenticity, and from a place of true gratitude. This will change the dynamic of your relationship, creating an unspoken trust that cannot be broken. Remember, appreciation isn't a tool to manipulate. It is a gift you give freely. It's in the quiet moments that the most powerful expressions of love occur. When she folds your laundry, when she shares her worries, or when she does something small but significant, let her know you see it. Acknowledge her. In doing so, you break free from the constraints of routine affection and create a lasting bond based on mutual respect and admiration. "I appreciate you" is not just a phrase, but a declaration that her efforts are not invisible. And when she feels recognized, the transformation in her heart is profound. She becomes more open, more affectionate, more trusting. In a world where Stoic principles guide us toward resilience and clarity, remember that the ability to recognize and appreciate someone, especially your partner, reveals the depth of your strength. Do not let pride or distraction keep you from showing the gratitude you feel. Say those words, not as a habit, but as a powerful, heartfelt truth: "I appreciate you." And watch how it transforms not just her, but the very foundation of your relationship. 4. I hear you. Stop saying "baby" or "honey" if you truly want to connect with her on a deeper level. Those words, while well-meaning, can fall flat when you're trying to truly understand and be there for her. Instead, use the 3 words that can create a profound shift in how you communicate. I hear you. Too often in relationships, misunderstandings pile up, leaving both of you feeling disconnected. Maybe you've seen the subtle flicker of disappointment in her eyes when she tries to share something vulnerable with you, and you brush it aside. Maybe over time, you've noticed her becoming quieter, as if she believes her voice no longer matters. That's where these 3 words come in. I hear you. They are more than just words. They are a bridge between hearts, a way to truly validate her feelings. When a woman feels unheard, she begins to feel alone, even when she's standing right next to you. She starts to believe her thoughts don't matter, that her emotions are too much, or that her needs are a burden. No amount of calling her baby or honey will fill that hollow space left by a lack of understanding. But when you say, I hear you, you're offering something invaluable validation. You're not just nodding along while you wait for your turn to speak. You're telling her that her feelings, her experiences, and her perspective are worth your attention. Listening is not passive. It's an active choice to step into her world, to momentarily put aside your own thoughts, and to truly see her. It requires you to put down your phone, stop planning your next response, and give her the space to be fully heard. Imagine this: she comes to you after a tough day, her eyes tired, her shoulders heavy, and she starts to explain why she's upset. In that moment, everything hangs in the balance. If you change the subject or dismiss her emotions, a part of her will shut down. But if you look her in the eye and say, I hear you, you're unlocking a door she's been keeping closed. You are showing her that she doesn't have to fight for your attention, that her feelings matter just as much as yours. This act of listening doesn't require you to solve her problems. You don't need to fix everything with advice or logic. Sometimes, the greatest comfort you can give her is simply to sit with her in her feelings. And when you say, I hear you, you're telling her that she is worthy of empathy. You're letting her know that her emotions are valid and that you're here to understand, not to judge or control. It's a powerful way to show respect, compassion, and love. These aren't just the lessons of the old Stoic philosophers. They are key tenets of Stoicism in modern life: showing up, listening deeply, and respecting another person's emotional landscape. Over time, when you constantly say, I hear you. It transforms your relationship. She will feel safe to open up to you about her fears, her dreams, and her frustrations. She'll stop holding parts of herself back, worried about being misunderstood. She will trust that her voice matters, that her words are valued in your world. This is how deep connections are built, not through empty words, but through the willingness to listen and truly be present. Now, you might be thinking, but what if I don't have all the answers? Here's the thing: you don't need to. Stoic lessons remind us that the journey is as important as the destination, and sometimes the act of listening is the most profound gift you can offer. Listening is a strength, not a weakness. It requires the courage to set aside your own ego, to stop trying to fix everything, and simply be there with her. In that moment, you are showing her that love isn't about solving problems. It's about being present for the person you love, hearing their truth, and offering them a safe space to be vulnerable. Picture her in those quiet, uncertain moments when the world has been unkind, when she's felt unheard or unseen. Imagine what it would mean for her to hear you say, I hear you. You're not just offering words, you're offering her peace. You're telling her that her voice matters and that you see her for who she truly is. Sometimes, without even realizing it, she might test you by sharing something vulnerable, wondering if you'll listen. Will you dismiss her? Or will you soften, look her in the eyes, and say, I hear you? In that moment, you're teaching her whether she can trust you with her heart. As a modern Stoic, you understand the value of not just saying things that are easy, but saying things that matter. I hear you is more than a simple phrase. It's an offering of connection, a way to deepen your relationship in ways no superficial nickname ever could. This is how you stand beside her, not above her. You are giving her something that no fleeting sentiment can match: the certainty that she is seen and valued, that her emotions are safe with you. Don't be afraid to use these words, even when they feel vulnerable. Don't shy away from the power of truly listening, because in the end, Stoic life is about recognizing the importance of others' experiences, honoring their feelings, and showing up for them in their most human moments. So the next time she opens her heart to you, instead of jumping to conclusions or offering a solution, take a step back. Simply say, I hear you. It's in these moments of true listening that the real magic happens. 5. You make me better. When you tell her, you make me better, it's more than just a compliment. It's an acknowledgement of her profound impact on your life. These words carry weight. They go beyond the surface-level niceties. They represent a deep appreciation for the role she plays in your life. One that doesn't just fill the emotional voids, but actively elevates your character and behavior. Too often, we hear people in relationships saying things like baby or honey, tossing out words of affection without real substance behind them. But telling her that she makes you better is a whole different ballgame. It's an affirmation that her influence isn't passive, it's powerful. She's not just there to hold your hand during tough times, but to push you, challenge you, and inspire you to be the best version of yourself. These are Stoic lessons in action, recognizing that life's true value comes from growth, from improvement, from rising to challenges, and being accountable. Don't mistake this for flattery. It's a truth that is rooted in respect and admiration. Think about it. Stoicism teaches us that personal development is at the heart of true happiness. The Stoic life is about understanding how every experience, every relationship, and every challenge can serve as an opportunity for growth. So when you tell her, you make me better, it's an acknowledgement that she, in her own way, helps you lead a life of Stoic purpose, one of constant self-improvement, balance, and resilience. That is why this phrase, you make me better, isn't just for the sake of keeping things sweet. It's for her, it's for you, it's for your partnership. When you say it, you're admitting that she has helped you refine your virtues. That's not just sweet talk, it's a declaration of a real, profound connection. Now, let's get real for a moment. Relationships are not just about emotional comfort. If you've ever tried to grow or improve in your life, You know that it's hard. Real growth often means going outside your comfort zone. It's about being challenged, sometimes even tested. The right partner doesn't just keep you comfortable, they encourage you to evolve. And in turn, you should be pushing her to be her best self too. This is where the true power of the phrase, "you make me better," shines through. It's not about saying it just to make her smile or feel special. Of course, that's part of it. But the real magic happens when you recognize and truly understand that she is helping you grow as a person. Think about the Stoic lessons you've learned over time. A Stoic life isn't easy, but it's worthwhile. It's about constant self-reflection and striving to be stronger, more disciplined, and more compassionate. And when she challenges you to be that person, that's when you realize how deep your connection truly is. Be clear, this isn't some vague, feel-good phrase meant to win her affection for a few minutes. It's a statement of respect and a recognition that she is actively contributing to the betterment of your life. "You make me better" means that your life has taken on more depth and purpose because of her. She is not just a partner, she is a catalyst for growth. She is a mirror showing you a better version of yourself, a version that's stronger, kinder, and more resilient. That is the beauty of the Stoic mindset. It's not just about accepting things as they are, but striving to improve with each passing day. Whether it's through the quiet moments of reflection or the shared experiences with someone special, every relationship should encourage that growth. And if you are lucky enough to be in a relationship where you both make each other better, hold on to that. Don't ever let it slip away. So, be sure to say it. Say it often. Tell her, "You make me better." But don't just say it. Live it. Make sure that every day you're showing her that, yes, she is making you better. This is the true power of a Stoic life, the constant, intentional pursuit of self-improvement, no matter where you are or who you're with. By recognizing her impact on you, you elevate your own sense of responsibility toward both yourself and your relationship. You understand that your growth is not just for you, but also for her. And that, my friend, is a partnership that transcends simple affection. It's a partnership rooted in the powerful lessons of Stoicism. If you found this insightful, comment below, and share it with someone who could benefit. Don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom. Comment to remember, true love makes us better together. 6. I trust you. Stop using weak, overused terms like baby or honey when you speak to her. These words hold no real substance, no power. They may be comforting in their familiarity, but they lack the depth that can truly win a woman's heart. If you're serious about forging a connection that stands the test of time, you need to elevate your language. Words like, "I trust you," carry profound weight. They are not mere compliments. They are the cornerstone of a solid relationship. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful bond. It is one of the most intimate expressions you can offer. When you say, "I trust you," you're making a commitment, not just to her, but to the relationship itself. You're saying that you believe in her judgment, that you're willing to hand over a piece of your own peace of mind, knowing she will protect it. Trust is not easily earned, and it's not given out of habit. It's earned through consistent, reliable actions. And when you vocalize it, you strengthen the bond that ties you together. Now, this isn't about just saying, "I trust you," when everything is going smoothly. This is about using those words in moments of vulnerability, in times when things aren't perfect. This is where your inner Stoic must step forward. Stoicism, at its core, teaches us to embrace vulnerability, to show strength not by withholding our emotions, but by being strong enough to acknowledge and share them. When you tell her you trust her, it's not just an empty sentiment. It's a powerful declaration that you have the confidence to believe in her, even when the road gets rough. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." This is true in relationships. When you say, "I trust you," you're not just expressing a feeling. You're affirming that you value her integrity and that your connection is built on a foundation of mutual respect. Trust is never one-sided. It's a promise you make to each other, and just like any promise, it requires action. The Stoic principles teach us to maintain control over our actions and our emotions, not to let external forces dictate how we react. This applies directly to relationships. When you speak those 3 words, I trust you, you're not seeking validation or approval. You're simply reaffirming the commitment you've made. You're showing her that your trust in her is unshakable, no matter the circumstances. It is a sign of maturity, strength, and wisdom. Let those words become a powerful affirmation of the strength of your bond. When you say, I trust you, you must back it up with actions that align with those words. This is where true mastery of life begins, by ensuring your actions reflect the trust you declare. In fact, this is what sets apart the truly successful relationships from the ones that flounder. Trust doesn't just happen. It's a conscious choice that requires patience, consistency, and time. Trust is a gift, and if you want to build something lasting, you must be willing to invest in it. I trust you is not a line you throw out just to fill a silence. It is a statement of strength, vulnerability, and the ultimate expression of belief in her character. When you say this, you're telling her that no matter what happens, you've got her back. You're saying, I am all in. My trust in you is absolute, and that kind of certainty is magnetic. She will feel it. She will understand that you are a man of integrity, that you lead by example, and that you understand the power of trust. Embrace these Stoic principles. Recognize that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a strength. Saying I trust you means that you are secure enough in yourself and the relationship to express genuine faith in another person. It's a challenge to be that vulnerable. It's not easy to give someone that much power over you, but if you want to build a meaningful connection, this is exactly what you must do. You must demonstrate that trust through your actions, your decisions, and your words. In the end, your relationship is built on the foundation of trust. When you say, I trust you, you are affirming that this bond is built on solid ground. It's not a house of cards waiting to collapse at the first sign of trouble. It's a fortress, standing strong against the winds of uncertainty. Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Your thoughts define your actions, and your actions create the trust that will strengthen your relationship. Trust isn't given lightly. It's earned, reinforced, and demonstrated every day. Do not waste time pretending. Do not waste time with empty words. Say, I trust you, and make sure that you back it up with every action, every choice, and every step forward you take together. This is the Stoic way. This is how you build something lasting. You must make it your mantra, your constant commitment to yourself and to her. Trust is the lifeblood of any relationship. It is the glue that holds you together when everything else fades. When you truly trust, everything changes. This is how you master life, by mastering trust. Hey there. Thanks for sticking around until the end. Listen, it's not just about the words you say, but the weight and meaning behind them. Instead of relying on casual nicknames like baby or honey, try expressing genuine appreciation with words like, I appreciate you. I hear you. You inspire me. I'm proud of you. You make me better, and I trust you. These aren't just phrases. They're declarations of respect, admiration, and love. They show you truly see her, value her, and honor her heart. And that's the kind of love that builds trust, respect, and a connection that deepens over time. So, my advice to you, don't let the things you truly feel go unspoken. The most powerful words are the honest ones that come straight from the heart. Say them, and watch her spirit soar. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.